In the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Cut! Flying 90! 53 to
On first down, Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after them.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Throwing is Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kimball Fuller. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready? 70, Indy.
54 Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Ready?
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
60 or.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey, Delta.
54. Mike 54. Hey, pick it up, defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Tyreek Hill made his return in Week 6 after being out since the opener. And he was good. His 9th game with 2 or more touchdowns since he came into the league back in 2016. During that span, by the way, 18 touchdowns of 40-plus yards. That's more than double the next best total. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now Moore. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Chris Jones on the stop. Carson, who was a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, has picked up the pace this year after a slow start. 3 straight 100-yard games. Most recently, Week 6, 124 yards, and the game-winning score in the 4-point win over Cleveland on the road. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go.
They tossed to McCoy running left. About 3 yards there to the 27.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw is Moore. To throw on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill. 27 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. A QB sneak on the 2-point try. That's something you usually do when the ball's about 3 inches away from the goal line, but here they get it from 2 yards out.
Yeah, that's a lot of confidence, isn't it? In your offensive line, especially the guys in the interior, the center, and the 2 guards, to wedge some space for a quarterback to get there from 2 yards out. I'm with you. Normally, it's really short yardage. That one, that was a gutsy play.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a very tough 3rd and 15 forthcoming. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Now Wilson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. All right, CD, let's have a little fun. Now that we're into October, I'm going to give you some AFC teams. You tell me quickly, contender or pretender. You ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's start in the East. Buffalo.
Contender for a wild card spot.
Okay, how about the Chargers?
Pretender.
AFC North, the Steelers.
Contender because the AFC North is a jumble.
Okay, and then lastly, let's go to the South, Jacksonville.
pretender. Houston now in control.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down. Here we go on fourth with Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Anthony Hitchens. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Jefferson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Rush in. Rush in.
Go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
Yo, cheetah. Shoot.
More now. And going deep for Hill. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Let him know.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Get it.
From the gun, Moore. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Anthony Hitchens. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. They'll try and throw for it here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Down. 50. Plant.
That's the pass.
Ready.
More now on 1st and 10. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Quentin Jefferson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked.